Here are the top ceramic vases under $40 starting right now. Here are the beautiful, modern, and elegant 3-piece vase set that we use as a centerpiece for our dinner table. We are going to do a close-up here in a second, but I did want you to see how it looks in the proximity of a room, hopefully allowing you to envision it inside your own room as well. 8.5 inches, 7 inches, and 5.5 inches are the large, medium, and small heights. Okay, so now go ahead and admire the texture on the exterior of these vases. Meticulous attention to detail had to have been required to get such a perfect texture on these vases. All ceramic, feels very sturdy, and you can feel the texture on the exterior as well. The whole schematic of these vases were engineered to a T. I mean, the outer diameter transition back to the smaller diameter on the top is just done very well. It provides great emphasis on the green leaves that we have poking out of that hole there. You can put flowers in here, pampas, all of that will contrast very well with the white ceramic, especially the texture as well will be a great complementary piece overall to this piece. Now you can get a good look of the inside diameter here. The inside is actually very smooth, and this medium-sized vase is actually pretty large relative to average adult hand. And then the smallest one, again, it's the 5.5 inch height, but it is rather wide, and you can fit a lot of flowers and plants inside this little vase. This 3-piece set comes at a huge value. I mean, you're getting all 3 of these for such a great price. And let's not forget the bottom. I love how they have those 3 pieces of foundation there. Make sure your vase doesn't just tip over and it sits flush onto whatever flat surface you put it on. Waterproofed, hand engraved, and these serve as a great complementary piece to your centerpiece. It can also be a standalone on your end table, again a centerpiece on your mantle, coffee table. The choice is really yours due to their minimalistic look. The white ceramic, it really will blend into whatever room or location you want to put these in. Highly recommend you getting one today. This 3-piece set will significantly enhance whatever location that you place it in. All right, so here is the ceramic vase. We have decided to put it in the center of our dinner table. We also were thinking about putting it in the center of our coffee table, center of our mantle, another end table. So the choice really is yours, but wherever you put it, as you can see, it really does demand the attention, and I really enjoy having it here. It looks beautiful, it looks elegant. Now let's take a deeper dive so you can see the details of this vase. So this is the extra large size, meaning it is 10.2 inches in height and has about 3.5 inches in diameter. And that diameter is inner to inner, right? So it's a little bit larger on the actual outside diameter. So it is, as a result, a very large vase. And that's what we were looking for. Something that was large and commands the attention and belongs as a centerpiece. So if you are looking for that, I recommend getting the extra large. But that's not to say that the standard size, I think it's about 8 inches, isn't also large. It's just 2 inches larger, right? So this boasts like the popular ribbed design, gives it a really modern but minimalistic look, which really does match our schematics in our household. So this was a no-brainer to buy, and then subsequently putting it in the center of our dinner table. I also want to add, I really like how the top comes together. Like some of those vases have a weird and strange looking lip. This one just kind of stops abruptly, which is perfect because it really does make the dried pampa sit correctly. And the full white ceramic color contrasts well with the pampas. Make your table stand out. This belongs in your house. Get one today. All right, so this is the 2-pack vase that you will receive. I'm gonna go further in details of how this looks, but first I wanted to show you the vase in the confinement of where we put it. We decided to put it at the center of our dinner table, as you can see, because it does draw that kind of attention, but you can put it wherever you choose, right? You can put it at your center of your coffee table, center of your mantle. The choice really is yours. This other one, the smaller one, we put it at the top of our bookshelf, but we could have put it here at the center. It is still a very wide vase and still demands your attention, but for this dinner table here, we felt it was more appropriate to have this taller vase to be a part of. Again, the choice is yours, but now let's take a closer look at both these 2 vases and show you the finer details that these 2 vases bring. All right, so going over this large one first, this is 9.7 inches in height, so it is very large. This top inner diameter is 1.7 inch, while the bottom is 4.3 inches. I say bottom, but this whole
whole height is in fact 4.3 inches. It kind of curves up to this lip and goes right into the center here, which is great because it's a great contrast for these dried pampas flowers. Really does have a nice contrast with the white and the brown, but if you put any sort of flowers in there, the white will contrast really well and make your flowers or whatever you put in here really stand out and pop. So again, going back to this design here, it has this really popular ribbed schematic here. Very minimalistic design, but again, very elegant and it looks beautiful, again, at any sort of location that you want to put it on. I also forgot to mention, you can put it on a console table, maybe on the left. It doesn't always have to be a centerpiece, right? You can also put these two together. And we didn't do that. We kind of used this for our dinner table and this one for a bookshelf. Now, going over to this smaller one, again, it is still pretty wide, right? It's actually wider than this one, right? So this one, as you can see, it's a little bit wider. This is 5.13 inches in width. And then it goes into this inner diameter, again, back to 1.7 inches, okay? Now, looking at the bottom here, it sits nice. It has a little, I don't know what you can say, a little legs for the bottom so it can sit sturdy and you won't be fearful of it tipping over or anything like that. Again, elegant design, really nice ceramic, all white, modern design. I highly suggest you get one today. These belong in your house. You get a great value for these two sets, an amazing value, it really is. So hurry up and get one today, I highly recommend it.
All right, so this is a review of these two white modern ceramic vases. We are going to do a close-up here in just a second, but I did want to show you how they might look in the confinements of a console table, so you might be able to emulate or envision it yourself in your house, because home decor is so difficult to see how it looks in your own home. So I'm going to try my best to make this review as best as possible for you all. Now, you can of course have this middle one in front of the larger one like so, but these are so large where you can separate them. You can also put them side by side here. I'll try my best. I don't have too much space on this table here, but yep, you can put them side by side. Now you can kind of get a good juxtaposition of the two. This is definitely larger than this one, but they're both very wide, and I would consider them both very large vases. Now let's take a close up so you can look at the finer details of these two beautiful ceramic vases. These have to be the most modern yet minimalistic design vases on Amazon. I was trying to find that perfect marriage between modern yet also simple, and these fit that perfectly. They're both large. One is about 11 inches. The smaller one is 9 inches, which means they're both large. And look how thick they are in their width. The square design is superb, and that eye-catching hole in the middle is extremely unique. I constantly get compliments when I have guests that come over. Meticulous attention to design was requisite when designing these squares, I guarantee you on that. So this is not one of those simple vases. However, the price seems like it is, like a huge value buy for these two large vases. I mean, I did my share of scouring around Amazon to find an amazing value like this, and you cannot find it anywhere else. You need to get these today ASAP, because I already did the looking for you. So we had those artificial plants in here. Of course, you can also put flowers or pampas. That hole is very large where you put the flowers in, which means a really large volume inside these hollow vases. So you can put as much flowers as you can put in there and still make it aesthetically pleasing. I tend to put evenly on either side of the hole. This way it is spread out evenly. Right now I do have the large one sitting behind the smaller one, but you can actually put them separate. Make your dining table, your bookshelf, your console table, your coffee table that much better looking by adding these vases today.